But this car could be systematic, hydromatic, ultramatic. Why could be grease lightning?
The car that was in the drag racing scene was a 46 Ford, 46 to 48 Ford. And from there, we were able to create different aspects from that car that made the Grease Lightning car. And that was the customizing aspects, the cutaway fenders, the peanut headlights, the clear plastic hood, and adding other parts to that car, and then finishing it off with the lightning bolts down the side. Many other films you will get, those cars are used. They're used, when it's finished, you forget it. The Grease Lightning, you never forget. It just seems to be one of the most popular vehicles. I would say that customizing and movies like Grease is like an automobile wheel. It will completely keep rolling and rolling into decades and decades. They're even doing that today with import cars and doing the same thing we were doing with our 50s and 60 cars. So that's the same thing there, and it'll carry on forever.
Anything to do with hot rods, it's an ego trip for the most part, that I got something better than he does. Mine's better. I mean, it's men and his toys is what it is. Mine's better than his. So you kind of have two ways of going about it. If you want to restore them back to the original shape, basically of what they were, say 55, 6, 7 Chevys. That's one of your three most popular cars. A lot of those parts are now non-existent, so it's getting harder for us to find these parts. Whereas the other aspect is a hot rod version, customized. So again, that's when a car will take on basically the owner's view of what a car should be, as opposed to being original and that's it. I build these cars basically as nice as I can, but I also tell these guys that I expect them to be driven. So I mean, that's what most of these guys do. I mean, once they get it done up to that spot, then that's what their Saturdays are for.
Every new car today looks the same, you know. These cars have their own identity, and you know, they're just classic, you know. The 48 Ford two-door sedan happens to have a Chevy motor in it, air conditioning, and everything you need. Took me about 14 months to build a car. Yeah, I did my own paint work and wiring and everything. The only thing I didn't do was the upholstery, because I don't know how to sew.
When I was a kid, a long time ago, I think I was about 18, I had a 52 CAD convertible. And it's, you know, the lines in those years were just phenomenal, I think, you know, and they just, of course, they don't build them like that nowadays, you know. Oh, I've just always been a car nut, you know. I just, ever since I was maybe 10, 12 years old, I've always liked cars, and, you know, some people like guns, some people like fishing rods, whatever. I mean, cars are just my thing, you know.
Well, this particular car, what I love so much about it is the fact that it's an exact recreation of the car that I had when I was going to high school in 1952. I painted it the same color, I upholstered it the same color, the front end customization, the nose, the deck lid, all of that is exactly the same. And I did the car similar to the way they do it on TV, only I couldn't do it in a week. It took me 15 months to do it. You know, in 1952, when I had my original car, I used to come here on Friday nights and Saturday nights after the football games. This was, I've been coming here since 1949. It's just been a thing that I've always done.
Okay, this is a 1957 Chevrolet Bel Air two-door coupe. I've had this car just a little under 2 years, and it's been completely restored and rebuilt from the frame on up. It's a beautiful car, even today, nearly 50 years old. It still has beautiful lines and curves. The way the body has it, I call it like a hip. Like a beautiful woman, it has nice curves. I may be 50-some years old today, but when I get behind the wheel and turn the key, I'm 16 again.
Come on, guys, let's get to work.
Yeah.